So here we are back in the car again. We're going to talk a little bit more about some butt stuff today. Not the anal sex kind, but more of the workout kind, even though anal sex is great. But anyways, so your ass has 3 different muscles in it. You have the gluteus medius, the gluteus minimus, and the gluteus maximus. And as you could tell by the names, they vary in size. The gluteus maximus is the bigger of the 3, and the gluteus minimus is the smaller of the 3, with the medius coming in between the 2. And collectively, they're responsible for several different motions. You have hip extension, which if you're standing up and you squeeze your butt together, you are in hip extension. Or if you go do sprints, your hips are moving in and out of hip extension. Deadlifts, hip extension. You also have hip abduction, that's abduction. And that is when you kick out a leg to the side. So you're taking it away from your body. So if you were to imagine that you have a line splitting you right in 2, we call that the midline. To abduct is to move away from the midline. And let's just say my fingers are legs. This is what it looks like. Abduction. Abduction, right? From here, we have adduction. We're adding it back. Easy way to remember that. And you also have internal rotation. So if you were standing like with your feet normal, and you turn it in like this, that's internal rotation. And then your glutes are also responsible for external rotation, like this. So that gives us some more options as far as training, right? Because a lot of gym movements don't focus on some of these. They only focus on, for the most part, the hip extension. So you want to get more than that out of your training. So the first exercise we're going to do is the hip abduction, right? And I like to do this as a warm-up. So here's what it looks like. And next, we have the Bulgarian split squat. Now, this works out your hip abductors as well. However, instead of moving, it's going to stabilize you. So if you stand on one foot, your hip abductors, they help you stabilize so you don't fall down. So this is crucial when you're doing something like, I don't know, walking. It's kind of important skill to develop. So anyways, here's what the Bulgarian split squat looks like. And now that you know what that looks like, some key points you want to keep in mind is you want to keep your spine straight. So now a good way to practice that, something I learned from a physical therapist, is you want to keep your pelvis pointing at your ribs, right? So like you want to imagine them pointing to each other. So here's how we do that. So now that you have that last thing that I showed you, that is crucial. That is going to be the position that you take whenever you deadlift, whenever you squat, whenever you lunge, basically whenever you do anything in the gym. It keeps your spine stable when it needs to be stabilized. So as you go forth and you do the other 2 exercises we mentioned, keep your spine like that. Keep that in mind, and you're good to go. So leave a comment if you have any questions, subscribe to the channel, and go visit all my websites.